Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. Hope you're all having an awesome day. Please bear with me. It's going to be a little hard for me to see my comments. And there's a reason that I'm saying that because I have a couple different windows open that I'm trying to kind of focus on for my builds. Just to help me get some ideas, imagery, things like that of the particular space that I'm working on. This space here specifically. And what this actually is the puny god floor, Hulk smash floor, if you will. Real quickly though, hey, how you doing, Matt? Thank you so much, or Brooks Bricks, I should say. Sasuk, hello, hello. Joshua, hello. I hope I'm saying your guys' names right. But it was Joshua Long Photography, Kip Hoffman, Legends Builds, Build and Brick, John McKinley. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Brick Sergeant, Canadian Host Scale Trains. Hello, hello. Anyway, though, what I'm working on again, like I just said, is this is the what I call the puny god floor, and just to kind of show you something, so you can see what I'm using as references. I have a bunch of different screens open up over here, and it's because I'm looking at these so I can get reference photos, reference ideas for the floor that I'm currently working on. This is quite commonly how I like to work on things, as it helps to give me ideas and gives me, color combinations and things that I'm trying to work for. Mind you, I'm not trying to totally mimic those images. I'm just trying to kind of get a feel of that room is what my goal actually is. And Rob, I'm working on the puny god floor. That's why I was just showing that. Lord Bunny, hello, hello. Legends Build says this is the floor I've been waiting on. Dale, hey, hey. And absolutely, Brick Sergeant, it looks like the gang is definitely all here. One of the first things I want to do is I want to try a little bit of a different color change back here. So let me get a few more parts. Because not only am I trying to kind of mimic the color schemes that are kind of in that particular scene, but I am also trying to kind of capture, as you look at the background of that anyway, you can see that there's like brick, and then there's like lined walls, and there's like a lot of dark, a lot of black, a lot of dark gray, and then there's like little hints of brown in the off distance, and I'm trying to kind of capture as much of that as I can. And absolutely, I totally agree, Dale. Hello, Apocalypse. Nightwolf, how you doing? Hopefully Alex pops in. Brett Donahue, good evening to you. Will Burke, hello, hello. We want 104 battle packs. Says, I saw your Avenger Tower video, dude. That thing is insane, and thank you so much. And that's what we're actually working on, is my Avengers Tower. Just to kind of put the camera back for a minute while I'm grabbing a few more parts so you can kind of see it. Give me one more second. Like I said, I want to try and play with a few different color combinations is what I'm looking for. Because again, and I'm going to show that picture show some of the images one more time. As you can see, like looking at this little clip right here. And I'm trying to get my mouse over there. This clip right here, you see all the black and dark gray, and then in the far distance, which is what's going to be, I'll show you back in a minute, you can see the brown. So that is kind of my focal point right now, is getting all this black and dark gray and then getting some brown back in here. Well, that's never a good thing, Steve. Said the neighbors are yelling at each other. That's never a good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think there's a lot more of that happening these days than ever. And I think a lot of that's got to do with the fact that a lot of people were never meant to be together as a couple. And now that they're spending all that time home together, they're driving each other up a wall. 3, 4, 5, 6. just my perspective on it anyway. Let me scoot this camera back up so we can focus on the floor at hand. Something else I already want to point out as well, just to kind of show you. It kind of looks goofy from this particular angle, but one of the things you'll notice from that video is there was light under the steps, and I was trying to mimic that with that particular look. There is what that is about. Yes, it has to be on the floor because I have to keep standing on my tippy toes to get up to this portion of the building. So I absolutely had to put it on the floor. Otherwise, I would not be able to do anything at all on this thing. So to answer your question, yes, it does have to be on the floor to work on it. And mind you, there is still another 2 feet that actually I have sitting, just to show you, right over there, that still has to be reattached to the building as well. And I am trying to figure out why there is so much glare on this particular camera right now. There, that seemed to help it a little bit. It must have been a little dirty. Actually, I generally don't grow a beard. What you see is what I have. I will let this grow in a little bit, but generally what it is once it gets so long, I will actually just cut it right off because I start getting irritated with it quickly. And there's a lot more. What was I going to get? Oh. Trying to keep my mind on what I'm trying to, what I have in my head. Let me put it that way. One. And actually, I think what I want is I would say it probably needed a tower crane a while back. It is definitely getting big, and the funny thing is I still want to add 2 more feet to the base because I still want to put a base underneath it to mimic the actual building as well. I don't know if I'll ever actually be able to do that or not, though. That's what sucks. I'm sure I will. I just don't know if it'll be as big as I want it to be. Let me put it that way. I'm trying to see. Trying to figure out which color I like the best. I almost think I like this nougat color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I do. I like that color better. Let's put that back away. Let me get one more wall section roughed in. And then I'll get some of that placed. I'll change the camera angle too here in a minute. That way you get a more direct view of what I'm working on. I was kind of rushed because I honestly lost track of time. I intended on going live earlier, but I got sidetracked because we're going to be doing a bit of an outing tomorrow and both Sunday as well. Me, my wife, and my daughter. And I was trying to get some stuff planned for that, and then I realized what time it was. And again, I apologize if I'm missing any good comments. But what it is, because I have my reference images in front of me, I have to look over here to be able to read my comments. Alex, awesome, you did make it in. And say Nightwolf's here too, buddy, if you haven't seen him yet. Brick Sergeant says, Daryl, it looks great. Oh, you have it on your 57-inch TV. Holy crap. And happy birthday to you, Legends Builds. Dale says, Movember fundraiser. I wish. Trying to catch up on a few more comments before I go back to building. That's awesome. Alex was in California. I've never been there, buddy. I'd like to go someday, though. And let me lower this a little bit more. There you go. Hoping that gives you a more direct view anyway of kind of what I am aiming after doing here. And part of, I need another, there it is. Part of what I'm still doing is just kind of roughing things up. I don't know if you can see it or not, because I have a step up, so this whole floor is going to be stepped up higher than it is right here, because I'm going to put the Incredible Hulk with Loki right in this particular spot right here. At least that's my current intentions anyway. But I'm still trying to kind of rough things out to see what I actually like. And that gives me kind of a general feel. I'm going to want to put some mood lighting, I think, under here. And I'm probably going to bring these two walls up and cover these two pieces as well. And put a mood light there and there. Something else I want to change is I don't want this to be so distinct with the color that I have here. So I think I'm going to take some of this down. And I'm going to make this dark gray as well. Because there really isn't any white per se in that particular scene. And I want it to be reminiscent of that scene as much as possible. So we are going to re-engineer this as well. And I'm going to show you, for those that haven't seen my tricks for hiding wires, I'm going to show you one of my tricks when I get down to this spot here anyway. Because I want to keep the wire hidden. So that's never a good thing, Steve. 7. Could always go out there and shut them up. Probably not a good idea, though. And no, fighting with the parents is never a good idea either. You're absolutely right with that, Baron. No worries at all. I plan on being on here for about an hour at least. So I should be here when you get back. I'm hoping anyway. Now that I have that, here's the thing. I want this wire to stay under the floor. So let me show you what my trick is. And for those that haven't watched it, I really highly recommend watching that video for tips and tricks to hide wiring, because I show a lot of really good ideas in there for hiding stuff. And one of them is this idea right here. What I do, and I hope you can see that, is I will take and use a 1x1 round, so that way I can tuck the wire right in there safely. Can snap it together. It doesn't let the plug through. Now I can put that piece I think I did that right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I? Nope, I gotta go back one. But that's one of the tricks that I show in that video, is how you can do exactly what I just did. Because now what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to take and put some blocks around this now, so that I can take 4x4 plates and plate the floor, and then all that wire that you see right there is going to totally just disappear. So again, that's another one of those tricks that I like to use for hiding my wire. If I can get it to tuck down there anyway. And now we will take our plates and start plating over it. And just like that, the wire starts to disappear. Road to 20K. Yes, I think I'm at 18,000. Trying to remember, 18,200. Somewhere right around there, I think, is where I'm at right now. So I'm definitely slowly getting there. Like I said, as you can see, I'm sorry about my phone, that wire is just vanishing under the plates now. And I want to make sure it ain't the boss. And no, it's not the boss. That's all that matters. And again, I apologize if I'm not looking at the comments too much, because it is difficult for me to keep looking back that way. I need 1, 2, 3. I got to replace. Let's see. I got to put this here. And I got to put one here. There we go. I need a couple more 4x4s. Now I know this is another question a lot of people ask, is why am I not tiling it? And to me, it's the interior of the building. So it's not something that's highly seen, and that's why I don't worry personally about tiling the interior of the building. Just quite frankly, because it's not that noticeable. And to me, why waste the tiles? Because once this is physically placed in my city, you're never going to see it. The inside, I mean. There we go. So now that gives us a little bit of texture there. Let me actually want to pull that up. Let's put this. Oh, thank you so much, Aussie Adams. I totally appreciate it, my friend. Aussie Adams just donated $3. And yes, fist bump, my friend. There. Now I think I'm on the right track anyway. So now that I have that, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, let's see, how do I want to attack this situation? I actually need that to be forward 1. And then that will take and where are they? Here we go. This is what I'm after. And I need to and again, for those that are just signing in, I am working on the Hulk Smash floor. And I think here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put the white here, and then I'm going to put brick on the back side because I feel like that, which I do need to do buttons here, so I got to change that out. I still want that to have the appearance of my elevator. Now on the back side, I'm thinking if I have enough. Anyway, let's see, 1, 2. Not an Avenger movie, it's clips that I have going. And the reason that I have those clips on is so I can keep looking up at it just for color references more than anything. I probably should put the movie on, but the problem is the specific scene that I want to focus on is very short. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so, yes. Otherwise, I would watch the movie. If it was a longer scene anyway, I would watch it. Actually. Whiskey Shred, how the heck you doing, my friend? And say hello to my little friend. I'm going to need to add some kind of detail work back here too when I get to that point. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where it's going to get a little screwy for a minute. 7, 2, 6, 7. So this is the row I want to put that around. So now what I got to figure out is I think this is what I want to do anyway. I'm trying to maintain that color in here anyway. And now that I'm at that level, I want to get this white stripe in here. So now we're going to do that. There we go. Now we can go back to doing that color swatch. And I'm going to change it up, I think. I might, well, let's do a little texture and a little smooth. Because they really don't show an elevator in there, so that's just an added feature that I'm actually putting in. So we will make it look however we want. At least that's the story that I'm running with. From North Carolina, huh? You must be on a vacation. And how the heck are you, John Garrett? 3, 4. You know, and that's a common question while I'm just thinking off the top of my head that a lot of people ask me is if you had to stock up on parts. And the reason I bring this up is one of my members right now is actually buying a bunch of parts for everybody. We have a bunch of enablers in my Discord group. But anyway, the reason that I'm bringing that up is a lot of people always ask me what you should stock up on if you have part availabilities. And one of the parts that I always try to tell people, if you can buy them, windows. You can never have enough windows. And if you ever, and I mean ever, see windows on the pick-a-brick wall, I would get as many of them as you can because those are usually hard to come by also. So that is definitely another thing that you want to stock up on. There we go. Now we're adding a little bit of texture to the back side as well. Oh, I'm sure your dad already forgot about it, Alec. Don't worry about that, my friend. And that's awesome. Happy birthday to your grandma, John Garrett. And Yui Yin Poo, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Kevin says it's been terribly hot. Man, it's been hot everywhere. It's been unseasonably hot even here because it's just been it's like beyond sticky, I guess is the best way I can put it. It's a real sticky heat here right now, here in Michigan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've been having an uncharacteristically high amount of rain as well. It's so bad that it's basically flooding everything. 1, 2. So right now, if Steve is in here, I don't know if did Steve make it? Yes, I do see him. There he is. And Steve is asking, how do you donate? Usually there's a button down at the bottom of the chat room, Steve, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to see where it is myself. There's supposed to be a little button, though, down at the bottom. And I'm in the wrong screen. Hold on. I don't see it. Yes, we've had a ton of rain this past month. Joshua Long Photography. Can somebody help Steve out in directing him on how you donate? Because I don't see the button on my screen. There's usually a little button, though, where the chat room is, and it's like a little dollar sign, Steve. But for whatever reason, because I was going to show it to you on my share screen, but for whatever reason, I can't even find it on my screen right now. But I'm in I'm in the server hosting room. I'm not on my actual home screen. And yes, I can imagine that Australia is extremely hot whiskey. And correct me if I'm wrong. Technically, isn't right now winter for Australia, Whiskey Shred? Let's see, I thought it was a dollar sign right next to the little smiley face, but it's been a while, and like I said, I can't see it on my screen. Anyway, though, I think, trying to look from your guys' angle, I think I like that. What I'm wondering here, because in the movie reference pictures, the mood lighting is actually up on the ceiling. I'm almost thinking. Let me play with something for a minute. Or do I have... Sorry about that camera hit. I know my build table is an absolute disaster right now. Here it is. I do have two here. So let me pull this apart and re-straighten it out. There we go. Oh, I didn't think it got that cold. I knew it was winter there, but I didn't know it was a cold winter there. Now what I'm thinking is that when I put the ceiling on, that I want to put a light here, 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 and here. And holy crap, Steve, dude, thank you so much. That was like beyond generous of you, my friend. I really appreciate that. Steve just donated $50, and holy cow, dude. He's passing along his earnings. And thank you so much, man. That is absolutely amazing of you. I really, 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 truly do appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you had a good month, too. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are, you sell cars, correct, Steve? Or am I wrong in thinking that? I know you live up here with me in Michigan. And something is not, there it is. And again, thank you so much, Steve. I really do appreciate that. That was awesome of you to donate $50 like that. Incredibly impressive, my friend. Very much appreciated. It's raining here too, John. And yes, Steve did just unleash a tornado. You are absolutely correct. Actually, yes, I did get some word from Illinois, but the thing was, is he screwed up. I believe I'm supposed to have it tomorrow. But what John is actually talking about, for those that you're probably thinking, what the heck, private conversation, but John actually found it was, and Steve, you're going to be really cool or happy to hear about this as well. Okay, you sell parts. I thought you sold cars. Still in the same bracket though, so I was close. But what I was going to say though about what you're really going to like about this, Steve, because you got me on the kick of wanting to go with 9-volt track, and just recently John Garrett found a guy, and he was selling 213 straight pieces, 10 left switch tracks, 11 right switch tracks, 130 circle pieces. And I got it, or the guy agreed to accept my offer anyway. So it's supposed to be here, hopefully tomorrow. Once it gets here, I'm going to make a video on it. But like I said, I did get it. I thought I told you must not have known that I got it. I did get it, and I paid him, and like I said, it is shipped, and I believe it's tomorrow is when I'm supposed to actually get it. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I blame Steve for my addiction on wanting to go with 9-volt. It was a huge, and I mean huge, amount of track. And to me, the amount of track that he had I couldn't pass it up because that is more than enough track to do my entire tabletop and keep it all with the 9-volt track. My only thing I'm going to have to do now is I might end up having to buy one more power supply, and I might end up having to buy one more controller or motor, some more little things like that. But as far as track now, I am absolutely, yes, Hulk Smash Floor. That's exactly what this is. But right now, as far as I'm concerned anyway, I should be totally freaking perfect on the absolute number of pieces that I need to enable for me to, and I can't spit it out, to cover the entire table. Because to me, I really wanted to have everything 9-volt. I hate the battery stuff. I never understood why Lego went with battery packs. To me, it was like, you're a company that's trying to go green. Why would you get rid of your 9-volt system when it plugs into a wall? And again, I do blame Steve for my addiction to that. Oh, that was the other thing too, Steve. Well, you only got one single right and one single left. The other thing I got is 3 9-volt crosses as well. So like I said, it's given me a ton of goodies to play with. I cannot wait to get it and play with it, open it, and show everybody. So that'll be my next big mail haul video, is showing all the track that I actually got. But like I said, still I'm beyond blown away. And I still have to give a very special thanks to John, because he was the one that actually found it. It was on Facebook Marketplace, and then he sent me the link. And I'm going to say you actually sent the guy too, because when I read your comment, I also had a message from the individual that was selling it that said somebody told him to get a hold of me. But he was surprised how quickly I jumped on it, and I told him I would buy it. Steve says, don't buy a transformer. I have 9 more downstairs. I can spare another. You will need the connection wire though. Now the connection wire, correct me if I'm wrong, it's just the because I have a bunch of connecting wires. I'm going to have to look at the one that you already sent me. The connecting wires that I have, I bought a bulk amount of them years ago, but it was actually, I bought them for the Lego LED lighting system that they had, and I hated their system. But it had the little square connectors with the metal studs basically on the brick. And I have like 6 of those. And I believe that is the connector to go from the controller to the, what's the word I'm looking for? Or to go from the power supply to the controller, or how does that, I forget how that works again. The only thing I know I'm going to have to absolutely get is the pieces that actually connect it to the track. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I do know I need to buy more of those. But awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Steve, and I really appreciate that, my friend. Where do you put the batteries? For the newer Lego trains, there is actually a little battery pack that comes that's inside of the train. That's where you power them up anyway. Mr. Block says, I've got a guy right around the corner from me that was selling a bunch of 9-volt track, but he wanted $7,000 for everything he had, and granted, he did have a lot. If it was just the track, I would say he was going way too high. Now, if he had stuff like the Santa Fe train and all that kind of good thing, it's very likely he had $7,000 worth. But here's the thing that I always say to people, because people will tell you all day long or argue with you all day long that they have something that's worth X amount of dollars. And I don't care what you have, and I don't care what you're selling, but something's only worth what somebody's willing to pay. So he might have what he considers to be $7,000 worth of 9-volt stuff, but it depends on what it's valued to you. And I totally agree, Steve. Batteries suck. That's why I'm so glad that, because now I've got to go back through my city. I've got to rip up a bunch of different, which it doesn't matter. I got to rip it up anyway for doing my lighting I'm going to be doing. That's kind of why I've kind of held off on doing the train track, because now that you got me hooked on that, I wanted to play around with it. And now that I've got it, I can actually do my table now. But the thing that I was going to say, though, is I have to go through the few sections that I did actually put track down already, and that's all got to be ripped up. So I got to rip up my curve and all that stuff that I've built into the table already, because that's going to be swapped out with all the 9-volt parts once they actually arrive. But yes, like I said, as far as the battery packs, I never really understood why they did that. To me, that was just a really dumb move on Lego's behalf. Because I mean, you're saying that you want to go green, but yet you're going to make stuff that requires batteries, and batteries are not green. Keep in mind, they're going to tell you that, hey, we sell rechargeable battery packs, but it's still, I'm sorry, there's nothing better than just having a transformer that you can plug into the wall, click the power to the track, and go. That was just them being cheap, and they didn't care if they were green or not. That was them cutting the buck and passing the expenses on to the consumer, in my opinion, anyway. But Lego's not going to say that. They're going to say, "Oh no, no, no. That was our way of going green because the track was just." And it's like, okay, whatever. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Lego. And I get that, Alec. I totally understand that. So if that's what's going to help you feel better, then I definitely agree with you with doing that, my friend. Take care, Alec. We'll see you later, buddy. I need a 2x2 light blue gray. Also need some windows because I got to start trying to get this portion of the floor reconnected. Let's see if I put that there, and I am trying to remember what the heck I did. This is going to have to open up a little bit. I need these. There we go. I'm trying to piece this little portion here back together. Because with me having all this ripped off, what I've kind of done is re-engineered a few things. Because I feel like it's going to make the building a bit stronger. And I am just now trying to figure out where it's all going to fit. Devil Strawberry says, "Sister, your Avenger Tower? You mean build 2? John McKinley says, "What helps Lego sleep at night? It's the big beds of money they all sleep." I ain't gonna argue that one. That's awesome. That should be a fun project for you then, Steve. He says you're emptying all your tables this weekend and moving them to a new configuration. It's always fun when you are reorganizing and redoing stuff. And my mind is racing. 1 second. I am trying to get, I think, is that how? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's how that's going to go. Keep in mind, I'm trying to slowly piece this back together because I had it all ripped apart. Bear with me while I'm trying to refigure out what I did here. I think I got it. Because I liked the original shape of my arches and I'm trying to maintain those, is what I'm shooting for here. And I think I have it. I think that's it anyway. Another cool thing with adding all these interior walls is it'll help add to have a little diffusion on the exterior of the building, so not everything is always illuminated, because you don't want every floor to have light coming out of every window. You want to block some of it off to make it look more natural. Oh, you're going to actually run the track through the walls? That'll be really cool, man. That'll be super cool, actually. I would love to see some pictures of that. You'll have to make sure you share them in Discord. Because that's one of the awesome things with you being in Discord now, is you can post pictures of anything that you're working on, and we can all critique it. Unless you don't want us to critique it anyway. Then it's a bad thing. What do I want to move next? Because I'm trying to figure out, in order for me, I still need to put some more details back in here too. I don't know what I want to put in here, but I need to put some details in here. And I also got to tile this. Why don't I tile that real quick while I'm thinking about it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Because if I don't do it now, I will probably forget. Yeah, it's most of it I just went ahead and stuck with white. And part of the reason is because I have a ton of white brick. But with this floor, white will not jive. So I couldn't leave it white because it just simply would not look right. And again, I'm trying to, just to show everybody, I am trying to mimic the color schemes from the actual movie, just to show you what I'm talking about, John, because I have all this stuff going in the background. But you can see there's a lot of black and gray, and then over there's the brown. Then you have the light that's coming in from underneath the steps, and then you have smaller accent lighting up above on the top. And to me, leaving the elevator white would just totally mess up the image. And not only that, and that was another thing I wanted to point out, I left a few windows open in the background, and that's because, like, right here behind Hulk, there's actually a window. You can see it better when he's bent down right there. So that's why I'm still trying to kind of break a lot of different things up. Hello, Siren Head, and thank you so much for signing in. Joshua Long Photography says, got it. Joshua, yes, as I'm assuming that's what you were saying, is you join the membership by, if you go to my main page, it will show you a join button. Click that, and then you can pick either that. I do like Brick Sergeant. He says, put in a wet bar. Where do I want to build a wet bar? Let's see, because we'll leave the balcony kind of the way it is, but a wet bar down in here would actually look pretty cool. Need to put some glasses and stuff in it. Let's see. Green. No, I definitely like that idea. And then I'm thinking I might even I could put some kind of a highlight for a color for it. So that would look good. And then maybe put a chair or something. Yeah, we could put the wet bar over here and then put a chair or two on this side as kind of like a little lounge per se. That would look kind of cool. And then we'll put Hulk and Loki right here up in front. I like it. They actually do make a big fig Hulk. I'm supposed to have it. Where is he at? I have both a minifig Hulk. I got him years ago as a free gift from Lego, and then I have I don't see him. I have a set with a big Hulk though. He's a very big Hulk, and that was one of the only reasons I bought that particular set, is I wanted the big Hulk. And I do also have another Loki as well. But I would consider their Hulk anyway Bevanized. And that's bugging me because I had it, I thought, right over here. I will have to destroy my barn tomorrow looking around. I have this set, but this isn't the one I was looking for. But that's got the big Hulk on it. Trying to show you. So that's a Bevanized type of Hulk. At least I'm sure he will take up a ton of room anyway. You're good. But I'm hoping, and that's another problem I have, because I don't know if you guys noticed or not, because I would love to have brought these walls all the way up to the front. But if you noticed, I have a slope here, and that's something else while I'm thinking of it. I need to check real quick. I think I'm good, but I need to make sure that this is going to fit in here correctly. And that goes up. So that's what that floor will look like with the glass on it. So yes, it does fit. I just wanted to verify that, because when I did the Iron Man floor, I forgot to check fitment, and I almost screwed myself because I had to alter a few things. Luckily, it was minor alterations though. But anyway, I'm good on the fitment of the front facial piece. Because that's a big thing that I generally kind of forget about. It did come with the Black Widow helicopter, because I have the Black Widow helicopter sitting right there. That's why I said I could have swore that I had my Hulk right here. Because what I had been doing is keeping all my figurines and stuff right here so I could readily grab them. But I don't see Hulk over there. Which, what I'm wondering, I had to hide it somewhere. So I'm assuming this is the helicopter you're talking about, Brick Sergeant. At least I thought this was the Black Widow helicopter anyway. And I have this setting right over there, but I don't see the Hulk. That's why I said that's going to bug me. Loki might have took it, and I'm supposed to have 4 Lokis. I already know those are hidden in a box though, and those are something that I have to go dig for. But I have the Loki that I have. It's the one with the big horns. It's the version from 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And that was one set, Aussie Adams, I actually missed out on. And I would have, I regret not getting it now that I have my airport. And here's what I mean by that. They had the small version. No, the Hulk that I actually had was from 2014 or 2012, I think. But you might be right with there's a small Hulk with that one as well. I was looking for, I want the big one, I think. But the brick built Ant-Man, that was a set that was the Captain America or Avengers Civil War, Captain America Civil War. And that was where they had the big battle scene on the airport. They had the big version of the Ant-Man, and that had a bunch of custom printed pieces or stickers, whatever it was, for the large Ant-Man. And I regret not getting that set. And the reason I say that is because with the size of my airport, that would have been an amazing set to build and put on my runway aprons. And I didn't buy that set. That's why I said that's one of those sets. It's one of those things where you didn't think you wanted it until you had an idea once you were doing other things. But at some point I might try and get that set again. We'll see. But I would like a full-size Ant-Man just for that battle scene to put on my airport, because I think that would be really cool. And it would be fitting because it's Marvel. It was a battle that happened at an airport, and it would be at my airport. So I think that would look really, really cool. But sadly, I did not buy that set. Anyway, though, I just noticed it's 10 o'clock, guys. And usually my internet goes out at 10 o'clock. So, because I haven't had any issues tonight so far, the August 1st release date of the Republic gunship is incorrect. Really? Because even on Lego's website it says August 1st. And I agree, Aussie Adams. I think that would be, because that is an amazing set. And like I said, because I have such a huge airport, I think that that would be freaking awesome on my airport, having that battle going on. Anyway, though, I just noticed what the time is, and I promised my wife I would try and quit by 10. So, with that being said, not to cut everything short, I'm sorry, guys. I will be working on this some more tomorrow, but I'm going to run that beautiful bean footage. And with that, here we go. And I want to give a very special thank you to everybody that has supported the stream, because without you guys constantly supporting the stream and helping me out, I just would not continually push through and ahead like I do. And anyway, really quickly, I want to say thank you to Aussie Adams and Steve Weiser, both of you. And Kevin, I know you were a constant member, so I don't know why it's doing that. The only thing I can assume is that your membership renewed today. But thank you, Kevin, my member, even though I know you're already a member. But anyway, again, thanks so much, guys. Avengers Endgame, that's it. But like I said, though, I will, I'm going to look for that set. But anyway, again, thank you so much, guys, for the support. Thank you so much for hanging out in the stream. I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow or not, because me and the wife have a bunch of plans we're going to try and go do tomorrow. If I'm able to, I will try, but I'm going to say don't hold your breath, because I don't know if I'll even be home until around 8 o'clock tomorrow night. But anyway, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. And hopefully, we'll see you next time on Bevan's Bricks.